The next morning was pleasant and refreshing. It was nice to awaken to the sound of silence from the environment and by the side of the road. The three of us had granola bars and cups of milk for breakfast at our dining table. Leslie fussed over my hair and told me to braid it after my shower, while Ben advised that I should do another tarot reading for guidance on my own journey.
Instead of fucking around today, what we have to do is to find out why you were chosen to be in this narrative and the outcome of what will be after our mission is done. Understand?
Still freaks me out and everything now. She's so spooky accurate with those damn things.
I have to admit that I want to know too. The whole thing is frustrating and I'm scared of what to expect, but one thing is certain. Whatever boogeyman is behind it all, I will destroy it somehow. My tone being firm. Ben grinned and said,
Now you're on the fucking right track.
I took out my tarot cards from my luggage and returned to the table. There's a spread called Removing the Obstacle. It can tell us why I was chosen, but will tell me what to do to handle the situation, informing my friends while shuffling.
Well, that could work, since we have several obstacles to overcome here.
Ben agreed. Here are the following cards that have appeared in the 14 cards I have removed. The ego or problem is the devil, I said, then Leslie interrupted me by being frightened.
Oh, hell no. No. That is some scary shit right there.
He exclaimed while waving his hands. Not like literal evil. I think it's saying that there are certain habits that I need to stop, I said, showing a sheepish grin. It was embarrassing, but it stated that I need to overcome my past trauma and self-sabotaging tendencies. He seemed to calm down and said,
Well, I suppose I could sorta agree with it so far.
I continued and said, Boundaries is temperance. I think it's saying that there is past karma to work on and balance out with Agnes and the cult.
Well, it can also be about forgiving yourself as well.
The fear is justice. That applies since I do not want to be in the wrong over some issue that happened about a century ago.
Nah, you shouldn't really worry about that, Bella.
The denial is the Knight of Swords, I said. Leslie tapped my forehead with a pointer finger and said,
See? You see? Even the tarot cards know you as a badass bitch.
Blushing, I pressed onward. The inability is the Seven of Pentacles. I suppose I have to rely on outside sources to evaluate my own work so far, and the desire is Page of Wands. I guess it's saying that I want to have fun and be daring. Being stunned with the reading so far.
No, don't keep us waiting. Go on, Missy.
The feeling of inferiority is the Three of Wands. The vision is the moon. Those two things seem to make sense together. I feel like things are too unpredictable for me to prepare for what is to happen next, and the moon really reflects my outlook, that I am facing the unknown and fears whether I like it or not.
Okay, now, I know that is just silly, Lenore.
What do you mean by that?
Really? You can ask that? Well, for one, you're braver than you think. You've handled horror movies without even fucking flinching.
But this is real life.
Yeah, and I sorta noticed that Dead Knight showed up for a reason, you know. You fought back several times, and this is just another fight for you to handle.
I guess, was my only answer, and continued. The initiative is the Two of Swords, meaning that I need to get off the fence and not hold myself back, and the tolerance is Knight of Wands, being a warrior with an alpha vibe.
Hey, you see, it's only proving our points. Yours is a badass bitch, Lenore.
I blushed more and hid my face under the black hooded sweatshirt. The boys fawned over my bashful gesture and gushed out in unison.
Aw, how cute.
Shush, I muttered while keeping on with the reading. The willpower is the tower. I am driven to find more truths, whether I like it or not. The modesty is the star, meaning that I rely on my own faith and let others guide and give me hope. The confidence is the hanged man. I will admit that I need some time to sort that out. And the outcome is the King of Wands, an older man who has fire in his soul. Hot temper, yet has a strong presence, can be theatrical. Could be my grandfather, including the reading.
At least from what I can tell, maybe it could be that you need him in order to conquer the next obstacle.
Ben said, while scratching his chin. A moment of silence had passed, which led to Leslie coughing harshly. Then his expression changed from his playful disposition to a rather mature one.
I shall help you conquer this last obstacle and undo the mess I had caused so many years ago. But I will need your assistance, little songbird. There are old puzzle boxes that will release the curse that is bound inside. Once it is released, you shall sing a song that is more joyful. Your ancestors sang a tune with angels. Perhaps yours can be the stars you rely upon.
Arthur said, stroking my hair.
Hold on a sec here. Alright. I have a few questions for you, sir.
I shall answer any question you wish to say, or whichever you would like to speak of.
First off, and first of all, obviously, how fucking long have you watched over us?
In earthly time, I suppose it would equate to about nearly a 2-month span.
Secondly, are you redeeming for the murders you have done in the past? Or is it because of another notion?
Yes, I deeply regret what I had done, despite my victims being degenerates and rather sinful and prideful and selfish individuals.
Thirdly, do you rely on the Lord to help purify your soul?
I do need her assistance and help, as I am bound by the curse as well.
Alright, this is gonna be a bit of an awkward question, but here's the last one. Are you in love with her?
I felt my body being hugged closer, the chin resting on my scalp.
Oh, I suppose I should be honest upon my answers. Yes, as I adore this version far better than the past. One so shrewd with a higher spice and soul, it is enough to cling to her like a shadow.
Arthur used Leslie's body to kiss the top of my scalp, then lift up my chin by his fingertips.
At times within my begrudging afterlife, it drove me to madness when I had heard your outburst towards those women. The reading is accurate, my dear. You are a lot stronger than you could possibly imagine. I am as foolish as a schoolboy, I shall admit. But having you being reunited with me gives me joy I had been missing for so many years.
Hearing those words made my face burn as my heart fluttered after this declaration of love. I can only smile like a dork while having a validation that I lacked for a long time and say, I'm glad that I can make you happy in that way, and I cannot help but feel a little sorry for you after the ordeals you went through. He smiled warmly and said affectionately,
You are oh so caring, my dear. Do not ever change, sweet siren.
His hand cradled the back of my head and kissed me in a loving way, compelling me to close my eyes and enjoy the moment.
Although for now, I must go. Goodbye for now. I shall be in orb form. There are a few more clues to uncover at Stargrove. The keys to the puzzle boxes shall be revealed upon the All Hallows Eve, as you humans know it upon. I shall guide you to them whilst wearing a sheet.
Will there be enemies for us to fight?
Yes, indeed, there shall be, but your magic is powerful enough to fight against them. Have faith in your power, my dear. Be the Amazonian warrior I had fallen for.
He replied gently, then kissed my forehead and placed me on the bench. Leslie coughed again and blinked his eyes rapidly, then said groggily,
What the hell? What in the fuck just happened? I feel all dizzy.
You were possessed, Les. Arthur told us a lot.
We told them all that Arthur had informed us, except for the romantic part. There was no need to discuss him about that.
That was sort of rude for him to just go and do that. If he was going to use my body, at least buy me dinner or candy afterwards. Jesus.
At least we know what to anticipate when we get to Star Grove.
We're 50 miles away, and most I can say is at least we're making good fucking time.
Let's have some lunch at the next stop. I'm fucking hungry.
I decided to get behind the wheel this time and drive us upon the road. We decided to come up with costumes that we could try on a budget. Leslie suggested that I wear my white goth outfit and face paint to be a ghost. It seemed practical and most of all comfortable to wear. Ben decided to wear a 1980s gothic outfit and appear demonic. Leslie will be wearing fairy wings made of colorful nylons and coat hanger wire and put glitter in his hair. After 10 miles had passed, we entered another small town and came across a diner with a 1950s theme to the interior and staff, furnished with vinyl booths and stools with music playing from a jukebox. We order our food and sit in a booth at the back of the diner, stationed next to a large window. While no one was paying attention to us, Ben decided to teach me a simple spell. It was enchantment that showed me how to levitate an object.
Alright, so what you do first is you circle your pointy finger around the item and say the word float. It's a bit difficult at the first few times, so be careful.
That's it? I don't say any fancy words?
Yeah, that's all you need to do. Now, concentrate and give it your best shot, okay?
I took a deep breath, putting my skepticism aside, and followed the directions, using a napkin dispenser as my test subject. The object began to rattle, and I repeated the spell again, this time saying the word float in a firm tone. Within minutes, the dispenser began to rise from the air. Leslie recoiled in his seat and exclaimed,
This is some sort of mystical shit here.
"Here's your food," I heard the waitress's voice call out while she arrived to the table with our orders. The item landed abruptly upon the table. "Is there something wrong?" she asked. Brown curls bounced while leaning forward, dressed in a pink frilly uniform.
Oh, no. Louise was playing the game and it sort of lost.
"Well, here's your burgers and fries, gentlemen, lady. Enjoy your shakes. They're our specialty," she said cheerfully. We began to eat our food, enjoying the authentic flavors, and the malt shake had a faint hint of chocolate chip cookie dust. It was a rare indulgence that I occasionally eat, despite all that has happened. I've enjoyed my journey with them so far. I've learned so much in just a matter of days. Most of all, being relieved that Arthur, formerly known as Spectre, is an ally who needs to be rescued. Maybe they are all right. I was meant to be their knight in shining armor. A teenager dressed in pink with blonde hair passed by us and dropped a napkin at the table. I glanced down for a moment to see that it was a note written in pink, then looked upward to see that the messenger had vanished.
Let me guess here. That was another cult member? Well, this gets better and better.
"Let's read the note. It could be important," I insisted.
Alright. Well, note says, "Hello, cuties. I would date any of you. If none of you were my enemies, that is. But if you turn back now, I would. This is a soft warning. Sincerely yours, Veronica."
The note ended with an inverted pentagram and a red kiss lingering upon the paper by its lipstick.
Ah, hell no. We all want to date guys here. Not her. There's a no vagina rule here.
Leslie objected. I just internally cringed, I said while shuddering.
That was, that was a bit presumptuous of her.
Oh, that bitch is gonna get a rude awakening if we see her again.
I hope not, Leslie.
You'll see what she was wearing? Ugh, talk about basic.
We laughed lightly and agreed with him.
But, let's have a good Halloween. Scavenger hunt sounds fun, thoughts.
It is far better than staying at home and passing out candy to the trick-or-treaters.
Hey, that's it. You're starting to come out of that depression shell.
He said happily and hugged me.
Oh, I'm so proud of yours.
I could not help but hug him in return and say, "Thank you, I owe you so much."
Yeah, yours can share some candy and we'll go out even, alright?
He said, ruffling my hair. Deal, I managed to say and giggle shamelessly. I can only wonder what is to happen tomorrow. My tarot can give me more details on that in the morning. For now, I'm going to enjoy this adventure that I will never forget. My own dark fairy tale that I am sharing with the family I never had. To which I will protect them. Come at me, Agnes. I'll kick your ass personally and take out your army, in one way or another.